What is up people, this is Abhishek here, back with another video, and this time I thought we'd dwell in the art side of things. So those of you who have checked my YouTube channel cover page, the thing that I put on the top of the YouTube channel, it says photography, tech and art. So I started with the tech side of things. I did a tech video. If you haven't checked it out, please do. It's on my Apple Watch. I was thinking what should the next video be, and I thought why not do something related to art, because I've always been good at art and I've loved doing drawing, sketching right from my childhood back when I was a kid. So fast forward a few years, now I have this thing which is one of my absolute favorite things that I own. This is my iPad. I do everything on it, right from watching videos, Netflix, to even editing the videos that I'm shooting on YouTube. I am using LumaFusion, so maybe I'll do another video about LumaFusion. Is this thing. This is the Apple Pencil, which I bought along with my iPad, and it's awesome. So, judging from the Apple Pencil, I bought the iPad specifically for digital art. I did try my hand at digital art on the iPad. I've done a couple of artworks before, but I quickly found out that it is not as similar to traditional artwork as I thought it would be. It's different to draw on paper with a pencil and on glass. It's very slippery and it takes time to get used to. I wasn't able to even come up with a decent artwork in the beginning. So I wanted to challenge myself by doing a landscape painting. I have always done portraits and characters from cartoons and series that I used to watch, but I've never done landscapes. Actually, I've done 2 of them before, but that was using watercolors. I'll show you one of them. So, this is the thing I drew using watercolors. This is actually a place that exists somewhere in Germany, I think. I have uploaded this picture on my Instagram with the location, so if you want to know where this is from, do check out my Instagram. It's linked in the description below. And don't forget to follow me while you're checking out my photos. So, again, back to the video. I have done this using watercolors, and I wanted to do a similar one on the iPad. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Studio Ghibli, but it is a production company that makes Japanese animated films, and they are really good at it. And the main thing that I like about Studio Ghibli is they have this specific art style which is very vibrant and colorful and dreamy, and it's very aesthetic to look at. So I wanted to go for that, but I don't know if I succeeded in it or not. You will get to know by watching the video, obviously. So enough with the talking, and I think we'll jump onto the iPad now. Let's go! Jumping into Procreate, I decided to do a painting of Loreto Island, which is located in Italy. It's like an island street out of a fairy tale. You can look it up on Google. It's within a lake located somewhere in northern part of Italy. So here I'm just doing the background, mountains and stuff. I might come back to this portion because I'm not totally satisfied with it, but I just wanted a base layer so that I could start things out. And here you can see me starting the outline work, and I'm just putting lines where I feel where the castle and the trees should go, just looking at the reference photo. And I think I'll just fast forward this section a bit so that it doesn't get too boring. Okay, so now I've started with the painting process. I'm just layering a base coat to the castle walls. This is what I decided to start with because it was a little bit easier compared to the trees. The thing with the trees is I like to go into details when I'm doing portraits or rather any painting of any sort. And while doing landscapes, you cannot draw each and every leaf on a tree. That would be stupid and tiresome. So it's the illusion that you give to your painting that it is detailed. It actually isn't, but it's an illusion that when people look at it, it feels like it's detailed. So that is what you have to do when doing landscapes. I will also put a list of brushes that I used in Procreate. All of them are from Procreate, so I haven't downloaded any other extra special brushes, nor have I made my own brushes. So this is what I have used. I just turned off the outline so that I can concentrate on the castle wall outlines, like the edges of the castle walls, not the outlines. And here you actually can't see me doing anything, but if you look closely, I am actually refining those spikes on the walls, those square blocks that you have lining the wall on the top portion, and just putting in a little bit of details like where the windows and everything will go on the wall. So this was a pretty fun and relaxing process. It wasn't that stressful as I thought it would be, being my first landscape painting on the iPad. But that's the fun of digital art. You don't have to worry about the mistakes that you make. You can always press the undo button or erase it and just come back to it again with a fresh mind. But you should be sure that you don't overuse those things, because reusing the undo button constantly will put you into habit of forgetting that you can do mistakes, and it will stop you from refining your skills, because you always know that there's this undo button that you can push. So you have to be sure that you don't overuse that thing. But anyways, coming back to the painting, I'm just putting in a few details at the back portion of the castle that's farther away from us. And I'm just filling in the details, doing what I feel like. I'm just trying to put in shadows where I think I can see darker areas in the reference picture. I have put two different green colors as the base coat. The one on the right is a little lighter in shade, so that it can stand out a little different from the rest of the green. But I don't know how that is going to work. I'm just trying out things at this point, as you can tell. And yeah, more greenery. So the thing about this island was, after I started, I found out that 90% of the painting was just green and trees and bushes and everything. So yeah, making sure that everything just doesn't smudge in together like a blotchy mess. I had to be careful for that. This tree was the most fun to draw because it had a proper defined shape with defined branches. So when I added that thing, I gained a little confidence that yeah, this painting was going somewhere. my favorite part of the painting, favorite part of any painting rather, is adding in the highlights, because you are already done with your base coat and most of your shadows. So when you add in these highlights, the painting really starts coming in together. If you noticed, I added leaves to the middle part, like the bushy section, and they look really nice because I found out this brush. I'll put the name of the brush over here. So it puts in texture similar to small leaves when you apply it or other paint with the brush. But I didn't want to overuse that brush, even though I did like it very much, because then again you will have similar leaves on every single tree in the painting, which you obviously don't want. I think I struggled the most with the background like the mountains and stuff. While doing most of the painting, I was just thinking that I would apply a plain Gaussian blur to the background, but that wouldn't really look good. So I changed my mind later on. But here again, I'm trying to do something with the ochre colored grass portion, and I changed the color a bit. Added in some mud and tried to blend in with the blender tool, just creating a little texture. Now that looks a little bit better than before. Here I'm just turning off different layers and seeing if the painting is really coming together or not. Adding in shadows again, and more shadows. Now here I've started to work on the furthermost castle portion, the one in the top portion of the painting, adding in the shadows and a little bit details to the castle portion of the painting. Now, doing the water portion didn't take as much time as I thought it would take, but that's good. Here I'm just adding in the highlights and the shadows and then coming in with the blender tool, adding in few ripples here and there, just to make the water look alive. And some algae and moss underneath the water, because it wouldn't be that pristine and clean. There's always algae and moss. Now going back to the castle and the background, the sky. So I decided to add mist everywhere to bring the picture together. So this is it. This is the final piece. I'm pretty proud of it. Let me know how you think the painting turned out. That's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed my little drawing video, and if you liked it, don't forget to give a thumbs up and do subscribe, share this video with your friends, and I'll see you in the next one.